In a previous episode, we installed 3-point seatbelts in the front of the car. Now, we are going to do the same thing in the back. We have looked and we haven't actually seen anybody else do this. So we are just going to kind of figure it out for ourselves. I initially bought the 2 3-point seatbelts that we put in the front of the car. It was actually one of the first things that I bought. I'm very proud of that. But we contacted Retrobelt and they decided to send us the 3-point seatbelt and lap belt for our backseat project. So we are going to get into putting all of this in the car for the very first time. Hi! I'm going to use Dad as my model because he's gorgeous. Your shoulder belt can be at tallest or around 6 inches. So
yeah, higher than the top of your shoulder height. Or
so if that's your shoulder, kind of like there.
Right. So really, and it was saying, and that diagram showed that, you know, it was at this point going down about 40 degrees, which actually looks exactly like the angle of this. So really, anywhere back in here is fine to do it.
We could also put it like here.
Or we could put it here. So I think any of those could work. Let's test it out and see what we think.
Okay, so now that we have measured to make this a little bit easier on ourselves and to protect the actual seat, we are going to take the bottom and back of the seat out because they are 2 pieces. Fun fact!
There.
I know how to take out
those hog clips on the back.
Yeah, I know. I'm strong. I think.
You got it?
Yeah. Oh, yep. Ooh, this has got a cool shape.
Oh, look at the insulation in there, though.
I'm avoiding it. I call not doing it.
Oh, it just disintegrated. Oh, it won't even hold together. Wow. Oh.
I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's on my pants. Now that we have the package tray out, we are going to mock it up just a little bit to see what exactly we need to do before we can weld it in.
So, the idea would be...
Can you just like... I'm sorry.
You're good.
Can you just like bolt it before?
I guess so. You probably could, like, maybe you could do it here.
That's what I was saying, so it gets lower.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. You know? I mean, if we did it here, that would help with how high it needs to be.
And that might actually make it better to go through here.
That could actually be really smart.
I get it. Yeah, that gives it enough tension right there.
I think, because although this seems like a neat idea, I think it's going to be pulling across the front lip of this so much.
Well, if we have this here...
Okay.
I know we won't be able to weld on this side. Or maybe if we have it like here.
You could.
We could weld there and weld there.
Or you could turn it sideways like that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. We could actually cut the ends off. Do you know what I mean? Like cut the long ends off, and that way we'd be able to have edges that we could weld to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think you're right.
Something like that.
So if I hold it, can you slide and retract it?
I got it. I got the top.
Okay, I'm holding here. Okay, so we're pulling across the metal there, but that's not much. Like, what if we just trimmed here, you know?
Yeah.
Just edge out just a little bit there. That's going to be a lot easier.
So that's all cut, and now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other one because I don't want to come back here later. Cool.
Nice work. I think I need to cut it a little.
Yeah, cut it
A little bit more.
back.
Yeah, just in that corner.
Yeah.
Okay, a little more. Okay. Let's try this again.
Hot dog? Yeah, hot dog.
There you go.
There we go.
That looks clear.
Yeah, that's great.
It's got enough room there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's the stuff.
Okay, so everything is ready. All we have to do is drill a hole for our little plate, and then we can weld it in. And then we should be almost there.
Yeah, you know where it was. And that's a good position, you know, below our 6-inch mark. Good job.
I put chalk on the back of this so that I could just press it.
Wait, what? You did what? What did you do?
I rubbed chalk on the back of this so that I would make the mark and so that I could just have it
That is such.
there.
That's a much better idea than what I would have done. I would have held it with both hands
I know, because
and been frustrated that I couldn't get it.
the chalk is the exact same width as this, so it would have been really annoying to try and mark it.
Good job.
That was faster than I expected.
Always good to check.
Yeah, it's the third one. That's it. Yeah,
All right.
that just barely fits.
Perfect. Really, we could just kind of, yeah.
Really like to. They have a lot of good songs. Woo!
That's great.
Before we weld, just to be safe, we are going to take off both the positive and negative terminals from our battery, just so that we don't fry our new EFI.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that one's done. One more to weld. Yeah.
Sorry, Carl. As high as it'll go.
Before I put any of the bolts in, I'm going to put like Loctite on it because we should want to make sure these are really secure. So yeah, I'm going to put Loctites on all of the bolts. How much?
I mean, kind of like the thread sealer, I feel like. Yeah. Like, I think that's going to be good. Yeah, that's great. I think that's plenty. Here we go. All right. That should be good and tight.
Yeah, I can't move it.
It's really barely even sticking out some, Elle. When we get the tire on, let's take a look. And if it's a problem, we'll address it, okay?
Okay.
Cool. That looks real clear. Nice. Good job.
Okay, so that is it. Before we actually finish putting in the seatbelt fully, we are going to do the other side the same way we've done this side and just the 2 points. Then we'll put the back in and secure the last points. But we are going to do that side quickly. Ooh. The pin is released.
All right. Nice job with the Loctite, Elle. That looks perfect. Is it in?
Yeah. As you can tell, it's getting later.
Yep.
So we are very close to finishing. Originally, we had planned to put the old lap belts from the front back here. So we already have holes drilled the correct amount of space apart, which is 15 inches. But instead of drilling another set of holes for the lap belt, we're going to hopefully try and put the lap belt and the clasp together and hope that that works and won't mess anything up.
I think it's gonna be great.
Okay, here you go.
Oh yeah. All right, that should do it. On the, yeah, that's good. I think that should be pretty tight.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
That's good. That's good, Elle. Good job.
Cool.
We got everything cleared out. No way. That's it. Well, are you gonna do the
Honorary buckle.
Uh-huh. Okay, gosh. How's it feel?
Secure.
Way to go!
I'm so tired. I was very tired last night. I had just taken a final that morning and then I worked all day in the garage, so it had been a long day. But I am very excited that we finally have the 3-point seatbelt in the back and the lap belt in the middle, which means that I can take 5 whole people in my car and I don't have to worry about them flying around the car when I stop. So I'm very excited about that. They look really good, which I wasn't actually expecting. They fit really nicely. The way we routed the retractor actually worked really, really well and doesn't actually cut off a lot of the trunk space. So all in all, this was a really good idea. So putting 3-point seatbelts in the back of my car isn't legally required, but because I am a new driver and have not been driving for very long, if people ride in the back of my car, I want them to be safe. So what I'm taking out of the garage is that just because something isn't necessary doesn't mean it's not the right choice. Thank you to Retrobelt for completely sponsoring this episode. We loved the 3-point seatbelt in the front, and it was so nice of them to give us the 3-point seatbelt and lap belt for the back. They are amazing, and if you would like to get 3-point seatbelts or the lap belt, the link is in the description. As always, thank you to my executive producer, Drew Carter. And if you would like to support me, there are actually quite a few ways you can. You can consider subscribing to my channel, or you can go to my website, which is elliesgarage.com, where you can find links to my Patreon and to some merch. I'll see you next time in the garage.